Hey, stay right there. My name is Alex Mandossian, and I want to welcome you to this very special micro hangout. It's micro because it's brief, but that doesn't mean that it's not that is short on content. It is very content rich. We are talking about the three most embarrassing repurposing mistakes. What is repurposing? Well, if you look at the Big Bang theory of the universe, repurposing is having a big bang where there's this giant explosion, in this case, 7 to 10 minutes of Hangout content. This is a Hangout on air, and that's where you no longer are overwhelmed with too much work to do. You no longer are overcommitted with, that's why most people fail in business. You're not overcomplicating things. What you're doing is you are overachieving. I'm so excited. I'm dropping my cards. You're overachieving. That's what you want to be, right? An overachiever without having to do the work. You want to look good. So this is all about having a big bang with repurposing. What is repurposing? It's doing the same thing again and again and getting extraordinary results. And that same thing happens to be content. So this micro hangout can really be 4 hangouts. Now we have shallow and wide, the 3 embarrassing mistakes of repurposing. And I like using these cards like flip charts, on the stage. And the reason I do this is because it's just easier to learn. And I like using different colors because through accelerated learning strategies, we know that it sticks in the mind and in the heart more. So 3 repurposing mistakes are really 4 weeks of content, because the first one is shallow and deep, and each mistake I can go deep on, right? I can go wide on this one and shallow, and then I can go deep with each one of these mistakes. So I have 4 weeks of editorial content, and I can own the repurposing space. All right? Now, who am I? Like, what gives me the right to talk about this stuff? Well, let me give you an example. This is Google, and if I type in make money with Google Hangouts, just like you can, if you go to YouTube, you can do the same, you'll see that out of 1.65 million results, and those results are getting more and more. That's a pretty good keyword phrase, wouldn't you say? 5 words, make money with Google Hangouts. I'm number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, and number 7. Number 8, there's someone here, tech.co, all right, Kira Newman. I'll be reaching out to her and find out more about her. But this is the way you dominate Google, with keywords. And making money with Google Hangouts, that's a pretty good keyword phrase. Would you agree? So no longer think search engine optimization, think about repurposing content. And when it comes to repurposing content, you got to avoid the embarrassing mistakes. So here's the first mistake, the wrong call to action. Now let me give you a call to action. Marketingonline.com. Go there and take the hero assessment quiz. Okay? What is that? Well, go there and check it out. Right? That's a call to action. Here's another call to action. Give your neighbor a high five. Okay? That's a call to action if I'm on stage. I'm asking people to do something, okay? If I ask you to give your child a hug when you see him or her this evening, that's a call to action. If I'm asking you to add something to your shopping cart online, that's a call to action. A call to action is giving you a physical action to take online with your keyboard and with your mouse, with your computer mouse. Or if you're on your tablet, it's tapping. A call to action is downloading something. It's taking some sort of physical action. Now, it depends on, I'm going to go to another web page and show you something that I've repurposed over the years. It's a magazine, and it comes out about every 6 weeks, and it's called Billionaire Mentor Magazine. And it's put on by myself. I'm editor-in-chief, and my good friend Mohammed Sadiq. And our previous issue was with W. Clement Stone. That's his story as told through Jack Canfield. And this is actually on iTunes. Okay, so this is a preview page. I'm actually repurposing content. None of this content is new for the magazine. All of it has been pulled from my Marketing Online membership site. So if you would like a test drive of Marketing Online, it'll cost you $15. Go to marketingonline.com and take the Hero Assessment quiz, and then you'll be given an offer for a 21-day trial for $15, less than $1 a day. Okay, that's a call to action. So if you have the wrong call to action with your content, then people will just be wandering online. The second big mistake is the wrong root content. The root content I recommend is a Hangout. Now, why do I recommend a Hangout? Let me show you an example. I'm using a screenshot right now. Now, outsourcing and repurposing is in two phases. The first phase is taking root content. Now, this is something I just created on Microsoft Word, so you'll forgive my artistry, but very, very simple diagram here. Root content is kind of like, you know, the root cause or a root canal or your root lama. You know, in Buddhism, your root teacher or lama, your root to the fruits of your business. First, you have to have the root, then you have the fruit, says my good friend T. Harv Eker. If you've gone through any of the Peak Potentials seminars, then you know all about that and the money blueprint and what that can do. A root is a blueprint of sorts, but the root content, I believe, is a Hangout which is in video format, which you're seeing right now. You can pull the audio instantly and then create a transcript, and we have outsourcing partners to do that. So if you have the wrong root content, in other words, if you start with audio like I used to with teleseminars, that's a mistake because you don't have video, and Google loves video. If you don't transcribe, if you just take the written word and you don't transcribe, then your root content is not only off, you are losing Google juice and you're not being number one. You're losing Apple juice as well, because on iTunes you could be number one with a podcast. And then finally, for the purposes of this mini and micro hangout, having the wrong outsourcing company. Now, we use an elite outsourcing company. I'll give you another call to action. Go to Marketing Online Support, submit a help desk ticket, and a little bit above our cost, we're just starting with our elite outsourcing company. I have a partner overseas. He's American. He's flown overseas, and we've trained them how to take root content as a hangout and then parse it out all over the net and get massive traction through repurposing. And so you don't have to do it. All you have to do is create the content and know the topic, and we do the rest. For the first time in history, content providers can be search engine optimizers. Let me repeat. For the first time in history, thanks to our elite outsourcing company and thanks to Hangouts and Google and YouTube, our technology partners, we can finally have a content provider like an author get massive search engine optimization just through their content. That you can take home. So let's do a quick review. The 3 repurposing mistakes people make most often is number 1, they have the wrong call to action. Number 2, they have the wrong root content. Video is the root content I recommend. And then number 3, they have the wrong outsourcing company. Now, just as a bonus, the key point here is you can create an editorial calendar. I have 4 weeks of content. This is week 1, the 3 embarrassing repurposing mistakes. Week 2 could be all about why it's wrong to have the wrong call to action. I can have another 7 to 10 minute hangout there on week number 2. Week number 3 is having the root content and why it pays to have video as the right root content. And then week 4, which is my 3rd mistake, is the wrong outsourcing company. I can tell you how working with outsourcing companies can be a complete train wreck, or it can be going to heaven without the inconvenience of dying. All right? Bottom line is this: sloppy success is better than perfect mediocrity, but if someone else is doing the work, there's excellence, and you, through repurposing, get to be number 1 on Google, just like I am for keyword phrases like make money on Google Hangouts, monetizing Google Hangouts, king of funnel marketing, and many, many other keyword phrases, just simply delivering content. My name is Alex Mandossian. I hope our paths cross often. Go to marketingonline.com. That is the right call to action. This is the right root content. It's a hangout on air, and we do have the right outsourcing company, which you can have access to if you simply submit a help desk ticket at marketingonlinesupport.com and ask us, hey, how can I get access to elite outsourcing? And we will tell you just above our cost so we can take advantage of economies of scale. We're not doing you a favor, you're doing us a favor. How's that for a selling strategy? My name is Alex Mandossian, and I hope our paths cross often.